It's time now for the PHL Afternoon News on the Sunday afternoon, November 8th, 2015. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Peter Wiggins. I have afternoon news headlines here at 12:15 p.m. on the Sunday afternoon here, and our top story at 12:15 p.m. Here is why Ben Carson claimed that he stabbed someone is so key to his appeal. In Cairo, investigators of a Russian plane crash in Egypt are now censured that the noise heard in the final second of the cockpit recording was an explosion caused by a bomb. A member of the investigation team told Reuters on Sunday. In Orangeburg, South Carolina, Hillary Clinton a case to make to black voters in South Carolina this weekend as President Obama brought the country back from the brink of economic depression, but she wanted to make sure everyone gets a piece. Donald Trump's appearance on Saturday Night Live this week. The group offered $5,000 in cash and its support races, and anyone on set or in the audience would disrupt Trump in his hosting role. Naval missile test off California creates streaking light. Activism is live and well on campus. And college campuses can be found in the locker room as well as a classroom as the latest evidence came Saturday night when more than 30 Black Missouri football players announced on Twitter that they went off. In Rangoon, Burma, hundreds of thousands of residents headed to the polls on Sunday in Burma's first democratic election in years. A historic event could mark a new era for the countries that paved the way for the power of the longtime opposition leader, Eric. Bucharest, Romania, a nightclub fire in Bucharest that killed at least 44 people became the tipping point for many Romanians who have long been frustrated with the corruption among leaders. Supporters of the Alliance of Parties opposed India's rule. Brigada Janata Party let firecrackers to celebrate an early result of the Bihar state election to indicate victory for them in Patriot India on Sunday. Jeremy Corbyn has been criticized for not bowing deeply enough after later puppy reef at the set about on Remembrance on Sunday as Labour leader came under fire for only slightly moving his head after laying a traditional wreath of poppies. Candidates for office often present detailed plans that offer a framework that their goals if they win. Republican presidential candidate Kelly Farina, when asked about the lack of ambitious page and detailed text plan on their campaign. The Mormon Church is doubling down on exclusionary policies, including taking measures to prevent the children of same-sex couples from joining the church. North Greenwich Jr. Derek Savage charged with second-degree murder and attempted murder after they allegedly shot and killed a 6-year-old boy and injured his father in Louisiana. Bank stocks may be running out of reality again, as bank stocks, especially for the biggest firms, moved higher Friday on an October jobs report that fortified hopes higher than interest rates would soon be here. The flood of steel that mills in China are pushing onto global markets fell in October from a record of mid-resin trade frictions and weak overseas demand, signaling what's been a safety valve for the top producer of the world may now be starting to close. Mobile payment startup Square said Friday that it would raise up to $403 million in the stock offering, but it may be valued less on Wall Street than by private investors. In New York, Warren Buffett's Berkshire Hathaway Incorporated said quarterly profit doubled with a record high, reflecting a large gain in its stake in Kraft Heinz Company. Frankfurt, Volkswagen recently disclosed that it reported false fuel economy and carbon dioxide readings that European regulators was prompted by an internal whistleblower, the company said on Sunday. Mysteries related to Jupiter continue to create puzzles for astronomers as research by the University of Toronto suggests that the solar system had a fifth gas giant at the time of the formation, but Jupiter kicked it about 4 billion years ago. In Le Bourget, France, more than 100 world leaders will attend the upcoming UN climate conference in Paris, including Russian President Vladimir Putin, foreign minister said on Sunday during a 3-day ministerial meeting in the capital. Freetown, residents of the Sierra Leone's capital held a candlelight vigil and celebration to mark the end of the Ebola epidemic that has killed almost 4,000 people, including more than 220 health workers since it began last year. A recent test in a mice that found that vitamin C was very successful in stopping colorectal cancer dead in its tracks as the medical community is abuzz when the news that a recent test found that vitamin C is very effective in stopping cancer cell growth. And now take a look at New England alerts here in Yarmouth, Massachusetts. Motor accident on Route 6 and East Exit 7 and ramp is shut down at the time in New Feast. Here, Cello News on 12:19 here, time for sports reporter that the New England Patriots will be squaring off against the Washington Redskins at Gillette Stadium here. Boston Bruins will be in Brooklyn taking on the New York Islanders, and Norton Lancers boys soccer team will be squaring off against the Dover Sherburne Raiders at 6 o'clock in the MIA Division III South quarterfinal game at non-high school. Ray West, unlike Greg Gargany, is still not playing for the NFL team after his high-profile arrest for domestic violence, and if West doesn't get a second chance, the former running back said he said liked to work for the league to help raise awareness of domestic violence. In Paris, Novak Djokovic beat Andy Murray 6-2-6-4 to win the Paris Masters for the third straight year and the record fourth time, dominating the second seed of Britain from the outset in a one-sided final that saw Murray in the back foot throughout. Corby Brown is being sharp about what looks like the end of his career. Peter Chelnusan, 12:20, 10 out for Trevor Point on that Sunday afternoon. Maybe. And Route 6 to the east side. The latest on the accident here now. Route 6 is smooth sailing and from Sagamore all the way up to New Orleans here. 28 on the northbound side. We got an accident here around the Borden Rotary, so expect some delays on Route 20 before the Borden Rotary here. .146 on the southbound side. A little slow before Route 99 in Lincoln Road here. And Route 1 on both ends around the Gillette Stadium area. Slow from Gillette Stadium all the way up to Route 140 in Foxborough here. Mechanic Street, it's slow on both ends from 95 all the way out to Summer Street here. So expect some delays around that area of Gillette Stadium here. 120 to the southbound side, so from 130 to get all the way to Route 24 at Randolph due to the accident here on 129 on the southbound side around Route 24 in Randolph and 24 to the northbound side, slow before Route 128 in Canton here. Southeast Expressway, southbound side, slow over the Dorchester stretch. Northbound side, slow over the Dorchester stretch. We get an accident at the Southeast Expressway and southbound side around exit 10, which is Scranton Street in Milton, so expect some delays here. Southeast Expressway and southbound side, an accident here around the Mossy Boulevard in Dorchester, so expect some delays here. 29 on the westbound side, a little slow around Route 9 in Worcester here. 146 on the southbound side, a little slow before Route 20 in Auburn here. Store Drive on the eastbound side, slow from 28 all the way out to this. Route 93, Store Drive on the westbound side is slow from 93 all the way up to the Charles M. G. H. area here. 185 on the southbound side, a little slow before Route 290 in Marlborough. And 95 on the southbound side on the main turnpike, slow around the York Toll Plaza here. But otherwise, smooth sailing coming in on this beautiful Sunday afternoon on the highways and byways in New England here. Subway system looking good here. Commuter rail and the ferries all looking good. Peter Chelnusan, 12:23 on this Sunday afternoon time now for weather report here. This afternoon, sunny skies about 57 degrees. Westward about 7 to 10 miles across the highest, 21 miles an hour here. For tonight, close skies about 33 degrees and westward about 6 miles upcoming coming in the evening here. For Monday, south skies about 60 degrees. Westward about 3 to 8 miles an hour here. Monday night, most skies about 37 degrees. Southwestward about 5 miles coming in the evening here. Tuesday, chance showers may left 11 a.m. Most skies got about 36 degrees at Caldwell McKim southeast round. 5 miles on in the afternoon, chance is 40%. Tuesday, chance showers may be before 5 a.m. Clouds got a low about 44 degrees at chest is 50%. Wednesday, parts of the skies how about 55 degrees. At Wednesday night, most skies got about 40 degrees. Thursday, chance rain after 11 a.m. Most skies got about 56 degrees and chest is 40%. Thursday, rain like rain before 8 p.m. Most skies got a low about 42 degrees and chest is 6%. Friday, most skies got about 38 degrees. Friday night, parts got about 30 degrees. And for Saturday, most skies got about 52 degrees. Charlie and Alton, 56 degrees for first guys. Humidity of 33%. That is going to be it for the Peter Channel Afternoon News on this Sunday afternoon, November 8th, 2015. Previously, have a good afternoon, good positive today, and good Pats and good Lancers.